If you love wood DIYs, home decor, and creative DIY projects, this video is just for you. Welcome to the Chic Show. Let's get started. I thrifted this little box not long ago, and I thought it would be perfect, again, for some decoupage and some rub-on transfers. So I'm just going to give the top of it a light coat of just some white paint so that I can decoupage on the top. When your decoupage paper has a white background, it makes the colors really stand out better than if you put it up against a color. I gave everything a light coat of the white paint, and then I went back with old 57 by DIY paint and painted around the box, but I left the top plain for now. Once again, I'm adding some Mod Podge to the top of the box, and I'm going to let that dry. I'll be using the iron-on method once again for my decoupage paper. This is a decoupage paper by Roycycled Treasures or Roycycled Designs, and it's called Worn Porch Planks. I arranged this onto the top of my box, and I will again use the iron-on method to make sure that this adheres in place. Once it's cooled down, I'll go ahead and sand off the excess paper. I used Fusion's paint in Woodwick to go around the edge of the top. While that dries, I'm going to carefully lay it on its side and use some of IOD's transfers in Fern Fables. Of course, it comes with a transfer tool, and I just rubbed that transfer tool on it until the transfers transferred over to the box, and then made sure to burnish it down with the backing paper. I'm applying a clear wax here just to seal in your transfer. You do want to seal in your transfers. So I'm going to do that. Also, you need to seal in the DIY paint. Another reason that I'm using clear is because I'm going to go back over it with a darker wax just to give it a little bit of age, and this will help keep it from being too dark because that clear wax kind of acts as a buffer or an eraser and keeps it from soaking into the paint. Then I'll wipe that dark wax back with a dry paper towel. Next, this is another thrifted box sign, and I'm going to be using this decoupage paper by Connie at The Painted Photographer. And this is called Whispers in Time. Once again, I'm just going to be painting the top part of the sign. I'm going to leave the rest of the sign for now. And I do want all those beautiful colors in this paper to pop, so one coat of this white paint will do. After the paint dried, I did the iron-on method again, so I added some Mod Podge, put my paper down. Once it was dry, ironed over it to reactivate that Mod Podge. Now I'm going back and I'm going to sand away any of the excess paper. I saw the perfect little quote for this sign, so I'm using some of IOD's apothecary stamps to stamp it on the paper. That little beveled edge around the sign, I used Orange Crush by DIY paints. Are Debbie's Design Diaries, and she has a YouTube channel as well, and I encourage you to go check that out. I found this little wood piece at a thrift store, and I decided I would clean it up and just make it a simple little planter. So once I got it cleaned up, I just added some of these dried florals, and it is the perfect little boho or spring, even a fall look. And you could replace these for every season with Easter eggs, Christmas trees, whatever you like. This wood bowl tray thing has been in my stash for quite a while, and we are going to take this and upcycle it just a little bit. I'm going to be using London Fog Milk Paint by Fusion, and I'm just going to be painting the outside. I did give it 2 good coats of milk paint. Because milk paint starts as a powder and you mix it with equal parts water and powder, it sometimes has a little texture to it. Sometimes it will crackle and chip off, which is a nice rustic look. But if that's not what you want, you can go back and just sand down the texture. And here I'm just sanding off around the edges where a little paint got on the other side. I sealed both the inside and the outside of this bowl with DIY's Big Top. Big Top has just a tiny bit of a sheen, and I really like the way it looks on this piece. The little trinket boxes are so very popular right now, so I decided to make my own since I have trouble finding them. So I glued together 4 of these Dollar Tree little wooden boxes. Of course, the ones that I had on hand were not all the same size, but I made it work anyway. I used a combination of 2 different milk paints in a green color, Sweet Pickins in basil and Homestead House in Stockholm green. I cut down some paint sticks to fit inside of the little crates so that I can make shelves. And my shelf brackets will be these Dollar Tree tumbling tower blocks. So I'm going to go ahead and give all of those a coat of paint as well. And here's what it looks like when it is complete. Now I'm going to be using some Titebond Quick and Thick to glue in my brackets for my shelves. Of course, I've got it on its side. I'll do one side of the bracket until it dries, and I'll flip the shelf over and do the other ones. Here's what it looks like once all the brackets are in, and I slid in my shelves, but I also added a little bit of that Titebond Quick and Thick so that it would glue to the brackets. If you're looking for more wood ideas and DIY projects, check out this playlist right here. If you're watching this video because you like budget-friendly DIY wood projects or you're just getting started in the crafting world, I put together a playlist right here with lots of ideas to help you out. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye now.